Pressley here. Just a reminder to use the raise your hand function, and we will call on you. We'll kind of let everybody filter in here in the next couple of minutes. We'll get started with Brian Backo. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Pressley. Welcome to Pittsburgh. Just ask you first off, have you heard from any of the other specialists on the team so far? You know, the guys you might be catching snaps from or holding kicks for or anything like that?
Yeah, biggest one is Christian, the long snapper here. Me and him are in camp together. Pretty good guy. Also talked to Boswell just a little bit. Haven't gotten the opportunity to meet him yet, but you know, they're genuine guys up here. I'm just ready to get to work.
Let's go to Christopher Carter. Christopher?
Especially congratulations making it to the NFL. What did it mean to you when you became the first black man to win the Ray Guy Award? You know, and especially with the history, there haven't been a lot of black punters in the NFL. You know, throughout its history.
Yeah, man, it was a complete honor. You know, it's been a lot of hard work throughout this time to be able to get to that point. You know, high school was definitely a grind, and being able to the guys to go to Georgia Tech. Also, being one of the first African-American punters there, just add to that legacy of, that finite group. It's not me. It was, like you said, I really count on a handful of, about all of us. It's just a tight-knit group. And, being the first one to win the Ray Guy, I feel like I'm a trailblazer. I'm going to be able to pave the way for guys that's going to be after me and, kind of make that route easier for them.
Joe Rutter.
Hi, Presley. Were you expecting to get drafted, or did you think maybe since not many punters do get drafted, you might be the undrafted free agent route?
I knew it was a fair shot coming into it. Me and my agent talked a lot. It was definitely potential 6th to 7th round. And the draft is always something that, I've always been looking forward to. But if it didn't have to actually happen the way it did, man, I was just going to try to make the most of any opportunity I could have got.
Rich Walsh.
I wanted to ask you about, how many people talk about your size, and is it a huge advantage for you? And how aggressive will you be out there on special teams this year?
Yeah, man. I'm a bigger dude. A lot of people always ask me, when they say, you play football, I always get that question, what do you play? And, I always let people try to guess on themselves of, what position. And it's always the rather a defensive lineman or fullback or halfback or something like that, man. When I tell people I'm a punter, they're just kind of astonished the fact that, I said that. But, when you look at me, I don't look like it, but I've put a lot of dedication into, getting myself to the position where I am today. I kind of thrive on it. Being unique is a little bit, a lot of people are unique in their own ways. And mine is my size. I bring something else to the table, got a strong leg. And just being in my frame, I feel completely comfortable with it. And, I'm just ready to ball.
Jeff Hathorn.
So what were your pre-draft conversations like with the Steelers, and when did you know that they were really interested?
Yeah, so Coach Danny Smith, special teams coach here, actually ran my pro day. He's actually a coach that coached at Georgia Tech too, back in he won the 1990s championship there. So he had ties at Georgia Tech, and I knew that kind of ahead of time. And when he got there to talk to me a little bit before pro day, told me he was probably going to be the one running it. It was something that, I know the organization, I know where it comes from and all, and especially him too being a successful coach. It meant a lot to me, especially a guy that already went to Georgia Tech and coached there and, came through the ranks and know this organization and know the NFL, like from the front and back of his hand. It meant a lot to me for him to be able to be there every step through the way. This process has been tremendous. We're here today because of it too.
Mark Caboli.
Hey, Presley, I assume when you were younger, you played youth ball, you played high school and other positions. How did you get hooked up with punting and you knew that was your future?
Yeah, so growing up, I played offensive line when I first started playing Pee Wee football. And then when I got to middle school, we had an open tryout. I was playing center at the time, and, no one else wanted to kick. So I just took the initiative of, let me try to help the team out and just see how it goes. I might not do it forever, but, I'll try it out. And, here we are today, many, many years later, because of that one, that one decision that I made one day in practice, just trying not to be selfish. But it's been a journey. I played tight end freshman year of high school a little bit, and then took full responsibility for punting my sophomore year. And that's when I came to the decision of, this is something that I can be really good at.
Jim Wexel.
Pressley, I saw one pass of yours. You have to have dominated punt, pass, and kick when you were a kid and have some kind of passing cred. Tell me about your passing history.
Yeah, man. I used to love just throwing the ball when I first started playing football. I knew I couldn't play any position like that when I was growing up. That was a big deal.
About the Islanders, obviously the games you guys played this year were pretty nimble.
Hey, Jim, can you mute yourself? Thank you.
Yeah. So growing up, I played offensive line and Pee Wee football. So, I never got a chance to throw the ball, but I always liked to. So when I got the opportunity, when I got up in college, I've already made myself full aware of the fact that I can throw, and just kept trying to tell my coaches, whenever you want to make that opportunity, trying to have throwing fakes, I would like to try it. Because usually you would have the up back or someone like that throw the ball. But, I felt comfortable enough to be able to do it. And that throw that I had against Miami back in 2019 was definitely the highlight of it, man. And, it just shows that, I'm versatile. I'm a bigger dude. I got a strong leg, but, whenever a fake needs to happen, I can try to execute it the best I can.
All right, we'll check back on a couple follow-ups. Brian Bacco, do you have a follow-up?
Yeah, we've mentioned on this call everything that kind of makes you unique as a punter, Pressley. What have been your new teammates' reactions, the other rookies? I mean, do many of them know your story? Or have you been explaining to them kind of the same stuff you've been explaining to us?
Yeah, just a little bit. There's a lot of guys here, but I haven't gotten the opportunity to talk to all of them yet. Just flew in yesterday, and as soon as we got here, we were already booked up with other stuff. But, definitely being able to talk to these guys and kind of pick their brain on, where they come from and their stories and trying to share mine too. It'll be pretty cool to see.
Joe Rudder, did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I do. Just, being the only punter here, what do you hope to get out of these 2 days? There's no other specialist for here. Do you expect to get some work out of this?
Yeah, I definitely expect to get some good work up here. Like you said, I'm the only one. So I just got to take advantage of that opportunity to, just highlight my attributes on the field. The biggest things I'm going to try to worry about is, just living the moment, just taking it all in because, just this time last year, we didn't even know if we were going to play football. And just being in the position we are today, just trying to make the most of every opportunity I get.
Mark Kabola, did you have a follow-up?
I do not, Michael. I am sorry.
You're okay. That's all right. All right, we'll wrap it up. Reggie Anderson, if you're on.
Yeah, hey, Pressley, growing up in Sumter, when did you dream of getting to this stage and the values that you learned at Sumter High School from your family, taking with them to the Steel City?
Yeah, man, I made the decision of trying to get to the NFL when I was like 14 years old. Went to base middle school at Sumter, and my mom sent it to me the other day when I was, trying to get ready to come up here. It was just a note that I wrote on my phone at the time. It was just like, I want to have aspirations to get to the NFL. I don't know how that looks, but, I'm not going to stop grinding until I get there. When I do get there, I'm going to just continue to grind. And just being in this organization and being here today, it's just a true testament that hard work really pays off. And it really just comes back to my family, man. They always tell me, one thing we have as a motto as a family, if we're going to do something, we're not going to quit. Even if it's not in our favor, we're still not going to quit. And, I just never quit. They were always behind me, still are to this day, man. And just, it's a true blessing to where I am.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time. And we'll be in touch tomorrow with Quincy and Najee.